Okay, Austin, we did it. This one is sold on Leah Cove, and I'm standing inside here. We're ready to hand the keys to the buyers, but it just has gotten me thinking about how much effort goes into getting a home ready to sell. And so all of the staging and planning and listing, and then all the showings and cleaning the home, emptying the home, doing all those final little tweaks, and then trying to tell the new owners about how everything works and kind of what they'll need to keep in mind. It's so much. And so I think the question for me is, what are buyers hoping to gain in, what would actually make it worth it to do all of this? And I think I've narrowed it down to kind of three big things. And number one for me is always going to be location, because it's real estate and location. If you are considering moving, make sure that number one, you are thinking about where you want to be for the long run. Do you have to commute to work? Do you want to be really, really walkable? What is your lifestyle, and how is this location going to serve that lifestyle? Because obviously, the piece you could take this and knock it down to the ground, but the piece you can't change is where it is. So like this home, it's really pretty. It has, treetop views, and there's kind of a valley back there. That is a feature that you don't get at every home. And so, again, think about the location. I actually have a friend of mine she just moved like a year ago, and she's like, I think I'm gonna move again because although I love the house, I wish I could pick it up and move it because it's not convenient to my actual lifestyle. Oh, terrible. So really consider where you wanna be long-term. And again, I think at least 5 years. Where will you be for at least 5 years that will make you happy? Number two, I always want you to think about the interior of the home, and does it have enough space? And I say this because I've moved into 2 homes. Neither had the space that we actually were hoping for. And so what we did for both is add on. And having been through it twice, there are stresses that come along with that. It obviously is money. But it's also things like permitting with downtown Austin that can take quite some time. Then you build it and you go, do I like what I built? And there's, I would say with both of our projects, it's like a yes and no, sort of. But then there's the question, did you build the right thing? And it's actually a lot more difficult than I envisioned when we went into this project. And so, if you are thinking of adding on and trying to make the space a better fit, please let's have a conversation, just so you go in very eyes wide open. And if the house doesn't have the right space, or even though it's lovely, it may not be quite the right fit. And then number three, obviously I have people that are asking for particular styles or amenities. Just remember, a house is changeable. When you are the owner, you get to make it your own, okay? So it could be, oh, I like the house, but I don't like the floors. Floors are changeable, so factor that into your offer. And I think the bigger thing to really consider is, can I make this what I want? Even if it's over time, even if it's you take on a project a week or a project a month, or you renovate down the road, does this house have the style that I could like eventually? And I know that with things like HGTV, and you walk in and all their shows, and it's just immediately beautiful. I promise you, you can make it stunning. It may just take some time. But anyway, if you need to put down some Texas roots or make that change and go through the effort to find something that's a great, great fit, please allow me to help you. I would be happy to help you find your next home.